What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Check it out, man. This message is directed towards the cancel cops. And what I mean by that is in this day and age, we have what's known as the cancel culture. And that means that if a celebrity or somebody, a person in general, just does something and the general public gets together and decides that what that person has done is so terrible and so egregious that they will collectively get together and decide that this person is no longer relevant. We will no longer support anything that they do. We won't listen to anything that they say. And we will basically wipe their existence from the face of the earth via social media. And that's what's called cancel culture. And it's real popular now because people like to take a word that someone says or an act that someone says, even if it's not on a level that's worthy of being canceled, if they get together and decide that that's what it is, then that's what they'll do. The latest situation of this, we saw Cedric Entertainer. Cedric the Entertainer, he came out and made a statement about Bill Cosby. Now, we all know what Bill Cosby is going through. He was convicted of what he was convicted of, and he's currently serving time for it. So Cedric came out with a post, and he just basically said, just ran down some of Bill Cosby's accolades and accomplishments and the things that he did that were pioneering acts in terms of helping black people get through the doors of comedy and get through the doors of acting or whatever the case might be. And then he mentioned Bill Cosby's philanthropy and things of that nature, and just spoke of how he inspired him and other young comedians, just all of the things that Bill Cosby has done that are of good. And shortly after that, the cancel cops came out and decided that they were going to blast Cedric the Entertainer and try to get him canceled simply because he said those things about a man, things that were true about a man who is locked up for doing something that is egregious, that is a terrible act, if he indeed is guilty of that act. So the problem is that it's 7 billion people on this planet, and I'm amazed every day at how the lack of common sense is so prevalent among the average people. This man was in no way, shape, or form condoning any negative actions that Bill Cosby might have carried out. His statement was totally separate from any of that. He made a general statement about the good things that the man has done, which are all factual things. But once people decide that you are a monster, once people decide that it's time to cancel you, then anything of good that was ever done, it means nothing. It's obliterated and from the face of the earth, and you mean nothing. Now, these are people who are everyday, ordinary people who are not celebrities, not known, so the dirt that you do is not put on blast like that. But I venture to say that some of the dirt that gets done by the everyday, average, ordinary person would make what a lot of these celebrities do look like child's play, look like a trip to the zoo. And don't get it twisted. Ain't nobody sitting up here condoning rape, condoning pedophilia, condoning murder, condoning stealing large amounts of money, scamming people. Nobody is condoning any of that. I'm simply saying that a general statement was made about the things that a person did that were true. And now they lighten this man up, again, as if they are angelic in the moral authority. There's so many self-righteous people walking this planet, man. You got to be real careful with that, man. Because it's something that you're doing. It's something that you're doing. You got to be real careful with that. So now we're starting to see this cancel culture really takes shape, and via social media platforms, they are collectively exercising the power to just try to wipe somebody, just end somebody's career. We're not gonna support nothing that they do. But it's funny to me how the cancel cops don't, or they are not as adamant about canceling some of these places that carry out blatant racism against black people. If it's a neighborhood store that's been discriminating against black people, mistreating black people, selling uh, detrimental products to black people, the black community, never putting money back into the black community, we not quick to cancel them. That happens every blue moon. We're not canceling them. We're not canceling these corporations that support the prison industrial complex, that support uh, these racist institutions, the police departments who beat up and kill black people for sport. We don't cancel them because, oh, you know what? I ain't gonna cancel them because they gonna have a new PlayStation when it come out. I ain't gonna cancel them because these tennis shoes getting ready to drop, and I gotta go there to get them. We're not gonna cancel them. See, so it's a level of hypocrisy, man, that exists among us that has to be checked and has to be brought attention has to be brought to it, and it needs to be rectified, because the why is the immediate response from us to instantly cancel each other without thinking it through and getting an understanding of the context in which a person might have said something. Now, once you kind of vet it and go through it and kind of get an understanding, and I can look and say, you know what, this person here, man, is a legitimate sellout. This person here means no good. This person is trying their best to undermine our efforts as a collective, as a people. Then yeah, okay. And even then, my thought is not to try to openly give a demonstration of cancellation towards that person. My thought is to just separate and move away. I ain't dealing with that person no more, because it ain't my place to try to cancel them. Circumstances will do that. Circumstances will cancel a snake. That's just how it works. Just how the universe operates. Sooner or later, they're going to get their due. But when you look at somebody who is not in that category, and you just take something that you may not have understood the context of what they said, or even if you just disagree with it, and you decide that you have the authority to try to contribute to trying to cancel them, you're a hypocrite. It's just my view on it, man. Just my view on it. So let me hear y'all view on it. I know it's coming. It's your big brother K-Rino. Let's try to be more patient with each other and look out for each other. And I'll catch y'all when I catch y'all. Peace.